It's not often you see the moon during the daytime. There it is. Right there. Right in the center of your screen. It was. 3 scooters and 3 e-bikes where they don't belong. Nobody's following the damn rules in this damn city. Hell, the mayor don't even follow the damn rules. In a room full of people not wearing a mask. God bless America! God America! There's an old saying that was around back in the 60s and 70s. If you don't love America, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. God bless America! God America!
There are some who refuse to accept Joe Biden won Georgia, echoing the president's unsubstantiated claims of voter fraud.
We know a state that's always been red is not blue. We voted for Trump, and our voices are not getting heard.
The Georgia Secretary of State's office has said several times there is no evidence of widespread voter fraud in Georgia. They also say the hand count audit showed the Dominion voting machines counted the votes accurately. Both the Secretary of State's office and the governor certified the election results on Friday. Those results showing Joe Biden won the state by a little more than 12,000 votes. And as we mentioned earlier, President Trump has now filed for a recount. Meanwhile, Democratic Senate candidate Jon Ossoff was at a food.
And the next thing you will see, something, a figure that reminds me of someone that I know very well. Richard Nixon. It'll be very, very interesting. I'm an equal opportunity provider. I raise hell out of all of them.
5 heads of state, President Obama this week continued to try to appease world leaders, but I don't think his gift baskets did anything to help.
Dozens of police, along with the FBI and U.S. Marshals, are on the scene.
Shoppers report hearing multiple gunshots, then seeing people running to safety. At least 6 people have been brought out on stretchers and put into ambulances. But the mayor says none of their injuries are life-threatening. We'll continue to follow the story and bring you any updates as soon as we get them.
Now at 6, Georgia County.
Inside Lenox within the past year. Here is what we know right now. Police say a man was shot and injured inside the Apple store, for goodness sake. It's located near the Peachtree Road entrance to the mall. Investigators say it began with an argument among several young men. One person being questioned, but APD is looking for other suspects as well. We have more details on 11alive.com. Tonight, Pfizer is asking the FDA.
Court near Brookcrest Street, just outside of Duluth, and we're told someone called police around 3:30 this afternoon about a person shot in the street. When police arrived on the scene, they learned that was only part of the grim scene. 11 Alive's Chanu Her has been following this for us, and Chanu, this is such a rattling situation for that community there. So are police looking for one suspect or multiple suspects?
Well, Natisha, right now police say they're unsure if there's actually one suspect or multiple suspects, but that is all part of their investigation right now. They've been out here for several hours investigating, and they told me early on that was going to be the case tonight. Now, right now, police are still, they have canine units and helicopters out scouring the area looking for any possible suspects. It was at that moment Shannon McNulty found out her friends may be the reason Gwinnett County Police had Creek Water Court in Lawrenceville taped off, investigating a shooting where 3 people died.
I cannot believe.
Gwinnett County Police say someone called around 3:30 Saturday reporting a person was shot. When officers got to the cul-de-sac, they found a man in the street who had been shot. He was rushed to the hospital but later died. Officers on the scene then noticed a garage door open at a nearby home, and when they went inside, they found 2 more male victims dead.
Right now, we...
God bless America! God America! There's an old saying that was around back in the 60s and 70s. If you don't love America, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
So, the second emergency use authorization is approved. The ACIP and the CDC will issue their recommendation for who will get the vaccines on a priority basis. That's very likely to be maybe healthcare workers, maybe first-line workers, maybe individuals that are at very high risk, elderly, people with comorbidities. We will have already identified with each state and Department of Health where they want the vaccines to be located. We cannot move the vaccine doses prior to the emergency use authorization. Within 24 hours from the approval, the vaccine will be moving and located in the areas where each state will have told us where they want the vaccine doses. And then it is each state that will decide specifically, based on the guidance from the ACIP and CDC, who they will vaccinate.
Is there a point where the federal government may say, wait a minute, state X, you're not inoculating enough frontline workers. Hospitalizations are rising too fast. You need to focus more of these vaccines there. If you see a state not doing that, is that something you would intervene and tell a state, look, we know we left this up to you, but you're not inoculating nearly enough healthcare workers?
Well, first of all, the vaccine doses will be distributed on a proportionate basis to the population. And frankly, I don't see that the federal government will intervene on a state decision. Now, I assume each state will be acting responsibly based on the guidance from the CDC and also what the label of the vaccine, what the FDA issued the emergency use authorization on. But normally, this is not our intent to intervene at the micro level. It's really on a broad basis that we are acting.
Well, I got to
I honestly believe that Joe Biden, they have the book on the distribution of it. Why can't they go by that? But yet they say they left a book on how to handle a pandemic. What was it? 1, 2 pages long? I don't know, a couple paragraphs maybe. But the distribution is already set up, and I guarantee you he's going to try and hold up the distribution of that. There's an old saying that was around back in the 60s and 70s. If you don't love America, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.